In this episode, we visit the American Prairie Reserve, Glacier National Park, and we cross the Canadian border. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, Teddy Roosevelt. Very good, very good. We did not see any elk or moose.
Well, we weren't supposed to see moose. The deer.
Or mule deer, or
Oh, they weren't deer.
no, that's good. Back up. Mule deer or bighorn sheep. We didn't see any of those, but we did see plenty of wild horses, plenty of bison, which is not a buffalo.
That's right.
And
Prairie dogs. Lots of prairie dogs.
Yeah. And the scenery and the mountains and the buttes and the rocks are all good too.
And the Little Missouri.
And the Little Missouri River. So yeah, it's a nice couple of nights stay. I'm still nervous whenever we don't have electricity.
Yeah, where did it go?
So I got to get over that. But Janetta thinks she knows everything, so I'm not worried about it. So anyway, we have a 6-hour drive today. We are going to a place that is way out of the way called American Prairie Reserve. We'll see what it's like when we get there, but at least we'll have electricity. They did warn us ahead of time that their water is potable, but it has some type of high mineral content, so they suggested you bring your own drinking water. So we have
After 1,000 feet, turn left onto 144 1/2 Avenue.
So we have a couple of 5-gallon containers that we filled up with water and put them in our shower so that we can probably place them on a picnic bench or something and dispense drinking water out of there, drinking and cooking water. So we're on our way out of the park now, and we will check back in with you when we stop for gas and propane. Alright, so this is how you cook a big breakfast in a small van. We've got our 2 stovetops going, sausage and grits. I've got some eggs with cheese ready to go, butter sitting there, and the toaster is in the bathroom. So once we get it all assembled, I'll show you what a plate. Now there's the finished product. Grits, egg, sausage, and toast. A breakfast fit for a king. The next morning, we go for a little hike on the interpretive trail up to the teepee at the top of the hill. Good morning. Today is Sunday, May 25th, and this is our second day at the American Prairie Reserve Campground, Antelope Creek Campground. It's a nice place. It is in the middle of absolutely effing nowhere, so there's nothing around here to do. We thought we'd be seeing wildlife, but only thing we see is prairie dogs and birds. I'm going to move on to Great Falls, Montana, which is pretty much halfway on the way to Glacier National Park. There we'll be able to stock up at a Walmart, take care of a few things such as laundry. So it'll be a good time to have full services. Good morning. Today is Monday, May 26th, and we are in Great Falls, Montana. We're about 2 hours and 45 minutes away from our next major destination, which is Glacier National Park. We are staying at the KOA Holiday in Great Falls, Montana, and we decided to stop here because there's a Walmart just outside the park, and we could get some laundry done here. It's a typical KOA. Everybody's kind of jam-packed together, lots of kids, but it was really, really quiet last night. We slept till almost 7 o'clock. This morning, we'll be getting a few other things done. We had hoped to get the RV washed, but the big RV wash place is closed for the holiday. The RV looks like a crime scene with all the bugs on it, but hopefully we'll get that washed as we leave Glacier, possibly. All right, we are on our way to Glacier. We stayed at the Great Falls KOA Holiday. We don't normally stay at KOAs, but it was pretty decent. Now we're heading on to Glacier. It'll be about a 2.5, 3 hour drive with our normal stop for Janetta's breakfast. So there we go.
Yep, talk to you later.
Bye. So I'm having mine with sauerkraut and mustard and some crunchy Cheetos as my vegetable. Janetta has cut up some cucumbers that she's having with hers. She's all hoity-toity.
They're cucumbers that I grew. Oh my God.
We headed out on the Going to the Sun Road. Unfortunately, we learned that no vehicles over 21 feet are allowed beyond the 6.1 mile point. This is about as far as we go, so let's stop and take some pictures. ranger told us that about 20 miles north, there is the mini glacier section of Glacier National Park. So we decided to head up there.
Going back into Glacier Park. I didn't know it was a cave. They did not tell me that.
So we took the suggested route up to Mini Glacier, but as soon as you go into the park on the road to Mini Glacier, it turns to gravel. And it seemed like it was a pretty rough gravel. Lots of washboard in that first quarter of a mile. And both Jeanette and I said, nah, we didn't want to put up with that for 20 miles or so.
That's right. It was going to be 20 miles.
Yeah. We'll do that when we're in Alaska, and we have to. So we're going to turn around. We're going to hopefully find some gas in Babb, Montana, and then we're going to cross the Canadian border a day early. U.S. side.
Yeah. Let's check it out.
As we leave. My shade's dark.
No.
Okay. I said you shouldn't have shades. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Yourself?
Good.
Where do you both live?
We live in Ocala, Florida.
All right. What brings you all the way over here?
We are going to Alaska like every other RVer.
How long are you crossing through Canada?
It should be about 2 weeks.
You ever been up this way before? Is this your first
Not
shot?
at all.
All right. What
First
about
time.
Alaska? Is that your first time there too?
We've been on a cruise, but never land-based, so we get to see a lot more stuff now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you bringing anything that's going to be sold or gifted while you're in Canada?
No.
Are you traveling with any alcoholic tobacco?
No.
Are you traveling with any firearms or other kinds of weapons?
No.
Any large sums of currency around 10,000?
No.
No.
What about firewood?
No firewood.
No
We got rid of
firewood.
that.
I can't get you on anything.
Oh,
Eh?
no.
Ah.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to Canada.
Thanks.
That was easy. Easy peasy.
It's 'cause
So why these people stop?
Canadians
Oh,
are-
you want to get the Welcome to Alberta sign? And once you're in Canada, where do you go? Why, Tim Hortons, of course. All right, here we go, Tim Hortons. First one. Look, the door is made of hockey sticks. Donuts. No, we don't know what we're doing.
Okay.
All right, I've got my Timbits, so I'm a Canadian now. Okay,
Okay.
not rise and roll quality.
No,
No.
not by far.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Timbits. I'm gonna try one.
Okay. What's the verdict?
They're okay. No rise and roll out of Indiana.
No.
They're okay. Oh well.
Okay. It's not Amish crack. No.
He was so worried, even when they did that was a
While I'm sure the city of Vulcan was incorporated before the series, they have really embraced the whole Star Trek theme. We started off in the Star Trek Museum. The museum also doubles as a visitor center, and it has all types of memorabilia from the classic Trek and the first 3 modern spin-offs. In the holodeck, you'll find costumes from the many different series, as well as a captain's chair. People say something like, engage.
Engage.
Stupid. Maybe so. And just outside the holodeck, you'll find photos and posters signed by many cast members of the series. And there's the transporter with a picture of Guinan. And this is me in the transporter. Janetta didn't want to get out of the van for something so stupid. Screw her. There's a nice little shuttle replica. Welcome to Vulcan sign. It says welcome to Vulcan in Vulcan. And then a plaque commemorating the installation of this art piece. Even the Canadian Post Office is in on the gag.
Oh, okay. Yeah, these posters right here.
Yeah.
This will be fine.
This will be just great.
Right?
It's flatter than it was at Glacier.
Uh-huh.
There's somebody in a tent.
And a
Please
tent.
proceed to the highlighted route and then immediately turn right.
Good morning. Today is Wednesday, May 28th, and we stayed last night at the Vulcan Municipality Campground. They have 7 spots, and it's free for 3 nights, and then $15 per night after that. As you'd expect with it being free, it is totally dry camping, no electricity, no water, no sewer. Although they do have a dump station and what we think is potable water out of the restroom. There's one outside tap for water that's unmarked. We don't want to make the assumption that it's potable. Inside the men's restroom, there is a tap marked drinking water. So we're just going to run the hose from inside the restroom back into our RV to fill up this morning before we head on our way. If you're having trouble finding this, adjacent to the Municipal Health Center, the Vulcan District Arena, and the Vulcan Curling Club. We have a very short drive today, maybe an hour and a half to a harvest hose that's on a golf course. So hopefully we'll be able to get out and play 9 holes this afternoon before we have some dinner. I'm going to take a walk around town, see how far I get. What I'm looking for is an ATM for some Canadian money. And success, I've got Canadian dollars. Thanks for watching. In our next episode, we'll be going through Banff and Jasper National Parks. May you live long and prosper until we see you again.